It's the 5th busiest tourist destination in the whole world, with a whopping 4.2 international tourists annually. It's also the most bicycle-friendly city in the whole world. That's right, I'm in Amsterdam. But not to take a trip down the canal, unfortunately. We're here for the Stranger Festival, the biggest movie-making festival in the whole of Europe. It's one of the 7 flagship projects of the European Year of Intercultural Dialogue, taking place in the Gashutter Fabriek, right here in Amsterdam.
Well, girl, you better get down. Well, it's the best you ever found. Hey, baby, shake. Don't say you don't how. Well, it's the hottest thing in town. Hey, baby,
Your biggest event for a young video maker and fans, Stranger Festival.
Well, what we wanted to do with this festival is say that intercultural dialogue, it sounds so boring, but that it doesn't have to be boring. So you just have to try to reach the young people in the way that they actually can be reached. And in our opinion, that is really with new media, video, and really get into their communication system and not try to talk about intercultural dialogue, but just do it and be part of something. We received videos from Africa, Asia, of course Europe a lot, but also from developing countries. And you see that those videos from development countries are much more basic, just about the need of eating, having food, being able to survive. So it's really back to the core, basically. And the videos from Europe, especially Western Europe, are more about maybe playing sports or being into music, wanting to be famous.
Tell us about the restrictions for a young person now in Belarus.
Well, there are quite many of them. Well, one of those would be that all first-year students are obliged to take a state ideology course. I can't explain you what it is because nobody knows exactly, but you have to take it. Then when you graduate, you are work-placed. So you have to work for the state for 2 years. And very often young people are being sent to Chernobyl zone or Chernobyl regions, which is not good for your health, especially when you're young and when you want to have children in the future. But also it's about personal freedom. People are not welcome to say what they think. Sometimes there are certain restrictions on what people can wear or not wear to the school, for instance. And also some of the bands, like musical bands, are not allowed to perform in the country, especially those who are performing sometimes at the events organized by democratic opposition. So there are many small and big restrictions, which makes it quite hard to be young and restless in Belarus, but at the same time young people there are very much the same as their peers all around the world.
What we're seeing is the beginning are more expressive democracy. It's much easier for young people to record their opinions in exciting visual ways and share them with other people.
One of the main objectives of the Stranger Festival is that young people have a democratic voice. In this day and age, with a little camera like this, you can opinionate and talk about whatever you like and upload it on places like YouTube. We're about to do that. With this little camera, I'm going to interview people about intercultural dialogue.
If I can spit a flat or rip a track, then I will. My skill is nothing I can. I'm not I will, I'm ill. It's these patience when I start the playstations with a heart so dark, my thoughts are made Satans. It's pay patience when you're waiting to see me fall off. Call off a click, you ain't sick, you gotta smoke off. Verbal shut off. Through the smoke I spit rap with so much force the kickback will make my wrist snap. I discast the one who chin chap the dispatch. Every time I flip text, they make him know that whack. Scratch a tic-tac grid, we'll give you flavor till there's nothing left and of the game more than a draw graph. I am quarter of a Roma. It's I guess the first time that I say it. You might think I am American. Most people think that I am American because of my style, my color maybe. I don't know. I am a rapper. I don't feel it. Most people don't get along, but it depends on the education that you get.
I do have a boyfriend and he's from Israel, so it's non-European. I think it's very hard for non-European students to study here because they make it very, very expensive. And they restrict you really in the... You can't really work here, you can't get the finance that the governments give European students. It makes it really, really hard. They should attract more non-European students because I think it's good that they can study here and they give knowledge to us and we learn from them. And I think they should change the policy.
Well, I think that recently There have been quite a few problems on immigration and integration. And I think in the Netherlands, often the responsibility is put on the side of the immigrants. Also from the politicians, they say that the immigrants should take more responsibility to integrate. And I think it's also a responsibility of the politicians in the Netherlands.
I've been upset because of that racism has been a trendy topic, and now the trend is over. So people is tired of talking about it, and stuff like people are can't get into clubs and stuff because of their looks or about their color.
Moi, je trouve que oui, la vie en commun ici avec les gens de différentes cultures, c'est souvent très bien. Bon, quelquefois, ça va pas tellement. Il y a aussi des petits problèmes, mais la majorité, ça va bien. Et moi, en tout cas, personnellement, je trouve que ça va très bien parce que les gens qui nous reçoivent ici, les Néerlandais, sont souvent très gentils, donnent toutes les opportunités comme pour le travail, pour le logement et pour beaucoup d'autres choses. Alors, je me sens très bien ici.
We do have a few foreign students in our class, and there is more foreign people moving to Northern Ireland, but there's not a lot of cultural integration.
I study medicine, and I'm in a student society. And in both my study and my student society, there are about 5% of non-European students. I really wonder why that is.
We don't have a lot of contact with people from other cultures in Belfast.
I come from a multicultural city, Rotterdam, and I've never have a problem with the dialogue, the intercultural dialogue with others.
Ahora básicamente todo es imagen, todo el mundo ve YouTube, todo el mundo ve películas, todo el mundo quiere hacer música o lo que sea, y es una manera de expresar de qué es lo que los jóvenes quieren, expresan o sienten.
The current generation that's kind of in power in institutions and governments kind of don't really know what to do about young people, because when that generation were younger, they kind of took quite an oppositional stance to society and they tried to change. They sort of threw rocks on the streets of Paris. Whereas the generation that we're seeing now, kind of through its use of audio-visual media and the internet and technology, it's kind of creating like a sort of parallel universe, which isn't exactly like directly threatening anything. It's just kind of going, I'm not really so interested in this. We're just going to do this, and we don't even have to we don't even have to smash up this old place, because like this whole blue ocean of like fun we can go and get involved in, and that's like a real it's kind of really worrying, because there's so many big problems that that societies have to solve collectively.
The movies and animation that we just saw at the Stranger Festival is just one way how you can get your very important opinion across to the rest of the world. One thing's for sure though, these new technologies are increasing active citizenship and making it much more fun in Europe.